Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Falag, and as promised, here is a very short presentation to prepare you for your final listening exam. You know that your exam will be held on Thursday, December 17th, starting at 9:15 a.m. in our classroom, and you know that the exam will cover 2 lectures plus the Chapter 4 vocabulary. So the slides that I'm going to go over with you today will just reiterate what I've already said in class. First of all, you need to know that you bring your notes on both lectures to the exam. The first lecture is called Introduction to Globalization, so I have a couple of questions for you. Do you know what are the main aspects of globalization? Do you know how long globalization has been occurring? If you have trouble answering these questions, then you probably need to listen to the lecture again. You need to study. So, you can start with the note-taking sheet that I provided you in class, and there's also a link to this sheet on the Session 13 description page. Print out the page and take notes using this sheet. Bring these notes to the exam. We will view the lecture again on the day of the exam, so you'll have the opportunity to check your notes. I will give you the questions on the exam first and let you read the questions so that you'll know what you're listening for in the lecture. Remember, before the day of the exam, as you listen at home, pause the slides in the lecture, because this is a PowerPoint lecture just like this one I'm giving you right now, so you can fill in the key points in the note-taking sheets by pausing the slides that have words on the screen. The second lecture is on poverty in China. Here's a couple of questions to see if you remember the ideas from the lecture. How does the World Bank define poverty? At the beginning of the lecture, the speaker stands up and he has a note card in his hand, and he's listing off several parts of the definition of poverty. So be sure you can take notes on that section. And the second question, what does the speaker think we should do to alleviate poverty? Do you know the word alleviate? That's one of the Chapter 4 vocab words. So again, if you have trouble answering these questions, then you need to listen to the lecture again, and you need to study. For the Poverty in China lecture, you will have no worksheet for taking notes, so you're on your own. That means that you need to come to the exam with clearly written, understandable notes, because you're going to use your notes to answer questions. So again, bring your notes on the day of the exam. We'll watch the video again. You can review the questions on the exam and your own notes. Remember, about both lectures, you have no script available for these 2 lectures. The only sort of script you have is the captioning, this feature that you can use on YouTube. But as we saw in class, the captioning is often very inaccurate, so just remember that. It's not going to help you very much. The other part of the final exam will be Chapter 4 vocabulary. You'll have, I think, 11 vocab questions. You'll have a list of words, and you'll have to use each word one time to complete sentences that have a blank word in them. So you need to study the Chapter 4 vocabulary using the Quizlet exercises that you can find on the sessions 12 and 13 description pages. Do you know these Chapter 4 words? Which word means rich? Which word could you use for a friend or supporter? What does it mean for 2 countries to be interdependent? And which Chapter 4 word means shortage? Here are the answers. Affluent means rich. Ally means a friend or supporter. And interdependent means dependent on each other or mutually dependent. And the chapter 4 word meaning shortage is scarcity. So, are you ready for the exam? I certainly hope so, because you have a little more than a week to get ready. So if you didn't do too well on my questions, then you probably need to go back and listen to the lectures, take really good notes, study the vocab. And again, your test is going to begin at 9:15 on Thursday, December 17th. Do not be late, okay? And don't forget to bring your notes. I will collect these notes and they will be part of your grade on the final. So, good luck, everyone. I'm sorry that we cannot have class this week. So, you know, of course, we do not have class tomorrow, December the 10th. But study. You've got a week to study to get ready for your exam.